Welcome everybody to the first episode of Salen Space. Today we have let me see if I'm saying this right. Cream Pie Your Wife?
That's an unfortunate name, but I've kept that one going for 4 years, so we'll just roll with that.
4 years? Hey, my internet name is Salen. So
there you go. All right.
It's fun trying to have people pronounce that. It's always like Salen. I got salad one time. I'm like,
as long as it's not tossing it, it's all right. Or you're not anyway. Right. Hey, why not?
Right.
Win in Rome.
So I'll just start here on the list. You lived in a sorority house for two semesters, a whole year. You lived in a house with a bunch of horny, drunk women.
You know, it sounds a lot cooler than it is.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's plenty cool. It's not movie like that cool. It was a perfect storm of awesome. There was a time before the intranet, I know it's before you guys, called America Online.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, 58.
He's not doing heroin, by the way.
No, I wish it was. This is the worst drug to be addicted to. It doesn't do anything to keep you alive.
It's insulin.
It's wildly expensive. Heroin will be much cheaper, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, so I started dating a young lady, and she was super, super cool. And I didn't realize that, hot chicks got on the internet back then. Mm-hmm. And she just happened to be a Alpha Chi Omega. Which I had no idea what all that Greek stuff was. I didn't pledge. I've got enough friends for free. So, lucky, as luck would have it, her roommate was a Miss Arlington. And always off doing whatever Miss Arlingtons do. Very little from what I understand. Yeah. Getting in car wrecks and then screwing up their face, like putting their hands over it and then getting plastic surgery. So she was out of the picture most of the time.
Yeah.
And by virtue of the fact that she was the president, Adrian was, nobody gave her any shit about anything. And she had her own entrance on the third floor. Pretty nice. All right. So still, we're not in the home free area just yet. There was the Tri-Delts on the other side of the house, which there was the dolphin thing. And in between, there was a caretaker apartment. Now, I didn't know this guy. He was old and creepy, like 25. You know, we didn't know. And he was, at the time, of a different lifestyle. So anytime I was caught hanging around by one of the house moms, I just kicked my voice up an octave or two, threw out a hip and said something sassy, and they just assumed that that's how I was rolling.
Yeah, I'm a man with long hair.
There you go. All right. You know the struggle. The struggle is real on that. And the house mom herself had knee surgery constantly, so she never went up to the third floor.
Damn.
Now, I'm not sure if you've ever spent a lot of time inside a sorority house in the mid-'90s.
No. Okay. I was born 99.
99 was a good year. Excellent.
I'd say.
Especially, yes, exactly. It's working out well on your behalf. But the doors in sorority houses are cut off like a foot and a half up off the bottom for propriety's sake. Okay. Yeah. Now, from what I've seen, now the girls are awesome. They're really neat, and once they get used to you being around and you're not creepy, much as far as they can tell,
that light hurts.
You just pretty much get to hang out. Now they're all afraid to death of my girlfriend because I guess whatever get kicked out of a sorority or how they punish each other, I wasn't party to that part of it.
Gotcha.
So there wasn't a whole lot of pillow fights. There was a whole lot of marijuana and a whole lot of spending dad's money on other powdery substances.
Man, yeah, that's
happy to facilitate that.
Yeah. So you called us college kids earlier. We're actually not in college.
Awesome. Okay, great. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
No.
I don't mean to.
We look smart. We look distinguished.
You guys
we have a podcast. No, we're just kids with a dream.
Very good. Awesome.
One day be YouTubers. It's not working out. But anyway, so damn, that actually sounds great. Like, so your girlfriend got you in on like the third floor?
Yeah, so we just go up the fire escape and hang out, and we come back from whatever drunken antics we were at.
And you got away with that for a year?
Basically a year, yeah.
Damn. And then what happened? Did you get?
She graduated.
Oh,
no,
she graduated.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I worked in another part of it. It was in Dallas, so I worked in Plano, which is a suburb about 40 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So after I got off working in the video game shop, I just would cruise out there and hang out with them. I did a lot of fixing of whiskey dents for the girls and headlights and just dumb stuff.
So you moved to Dallas. That feeds me right into my next point. You captured a murder suspect in a high-speed chase. How did that go? because that actually scared us a little bit.
Okay, yeah,
whenever we were reading it, he was like, "Wait, is he a cop?" No. And I was like, well, "I put like 420 friendly in the post on Reddit, but like it is Reddit."
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
So it's no, I was just cruising home from work, and it was a Friday afternoon. Mm-hmm. I was a wine salesman, just coming home, had the top down in the car.
Wine salesman? Hold on, now I have different questions.
Okay. Well, Glazers, Gallo Family Vineyards. Yes.
Okay. You sold wine? Was this before or after the video game store?
That was when I had to do like an adult job because I was like married, and girls don't like making $35,000 a year.
Been there.
But it's fun working at a video game store. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm a gamer myself.
I did. I was watching some of your stuff in there.
Yeah.
I kind of flipping through. I realized I didn't do hardly any homework, and I felt awful. And I was like, oh, Dark Souls. I've heard that's hard as fuck.
Man, it is in my resume that I've beaten that game.
Really?
Yeah, and every time I beat it, I go and I put another notch in it.
I'll be damned.
There's like 4 other games in that made by the same people in that same kind of like storyline that I need to go and play. But I'm kind of scared. Like the first one shell shocked me.
Really?
Like, yeah, he's been playing it for years and hasn't beaten it. Like, yeah, it's a rough game. But
anyway,
yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I get sidetracked easily myself.
No,
ooh, there's a butterfly, and then I'll be gone for 30
the
minutes.
ADD in you, man. But yeah, so you captured a murder suspect.
Yes. I was just really 2 blocks from home, and I happened to be looking at a guy. He had one of those like I don't want to say Nazi helmet, but German helmets with a spike on it. You know, he got a nice little chopper. We're just kicking it. He saw my wife liked this beer. It was Ace Pear. It was stupid expensive. It had no alcohol in it. So, of course, the women love it. And it wasn't my brand, so I had to go to some other store to go get it. It didn't even make commission, which sucked. But he saw me reach over, and I cracked the top of it. And it was a nice October day. I mean, it was perfect, kind of like today. I mean, everything's going great. Friday, wife's like, get me some beer. I'm like, I know where this is going.
Yeah. I'll make the pit
We're still in that newlywed phase. So I was like, all right. Well, anyway, he saw, and he just gave me the old hang loose. And I was like, cool, man, hang loose. And he dropped the clutch and made a left. And the truck comes screaming through the intersection and wipes him out. And I'm thinking, holy moly, that's terrible. This guy was closer than you and I. And now he's ragdolling. And he hits the ground. And he's just not looking good from just the way he hit. I mean,
no.
So then the guy in the truck backs up over him and runs him over again.
That guy fucked his wife.
And again, and again, and again, and again. Did it like 7 times.
Nate Ford? Okay.
Ooh, sorry about that. And,
sorry.
I was like, wow, that wasn't an accident.
Yeah, no.
And there wasn't much left but boots and helmet.
Oh my god.
And I'm covered in blood. My car's covered in blood. It's shot all over. I mean, I was like, wow, this was a really good day until about 8 seconds ago.
Oh my days.
And the guy started to just peel off. And I'm like, no, I'm not a vigilante type person, but something in my brain actually melted. I think I hadn't dealt with the process of all the trauma that just happened. And so I took off after him, and another guy in a carpet cleaning van went after him too. So both of us are chasing him. The guy's in a Ford Ranger, and so I was like, you're not going to get away, probably. It's my hometown. It's downtown Dallas, but don't get me wrong. I was driving a Chrysler Sebring.
Ooh, driving a Chrysler.
Limited edition.
Ooh, doing well as a wine salesman.
Nah, a gift from mother-in-law.
Oh, gotcha.
Wife didn't like driving my truck. It was standard. So it was a whole different realm. Anyway, that's a whole different story in there.
Reach the clutch.
Yeah, God rest her soul. She's awesome. But so we chase and we go down through downtown Dallas, and nobody gets in a wreck. I'm on the phone with the cops the whole time, and still with the beer that now I've opened, I haven't taken a sip out of. Hard to drive and shift and talk on the phone and drink, and that was at least for my mind. But all of a sudden, there's like nobody around us, and the dude ends up actually crashing into an apartment on my own street, but way down the other side, and there's still nobody around. And I'm like, well, I didn't think about what to do now.
Yeah.
And run up to the window, and it's an older gentleman.
Toss your beer in his truck.
Yeah, and I was kind of wondering what to do, and I was like, man, because I kind of wanted, like, this dude is like in a serious like beat on sight situation, but I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I just pull him out through the window because he just looks resigned, like he knows it's over, you know. But he's calm, really calm, and it kind of scared me a little bit because I'm like, for just somebody just literally committed murder. You seem
brutal.
like, it's no big deal. It's like, it's Wednesday. And I was like, wow. So I just pull him out. I just kind of just lean on him. And the cops finally show up. And when the Dallas police get there, they thump him around pretty good.
Yeah.
He was a not wasp, let's put it that way. And so he was, I guess, meat when the police, they thumped him. I mean, they threw him up against the wall. They beat the little shit out of him. And he probably deserved it, and that's their job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he just...
Or probably not their job, but they...
Completely. I mean, see, here's my thing. Like, we're about to get political here, folks, on Salen Space. We're about to get political as hell. You know, like, this whole, like, defund the police thing and everything, like, we need police. You know, like, in that moment, like, what if cops didn't exist, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to kill that guy? Are you supposed to, like, throw him in your basement until you think he's, like, what are we supposed to do without police? You know? Like,
they do come in handy occasionally, especially in major crimes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's not bad cops, but, like, there's bad doctors, there's bad teachers, there's bad lawyers, like, there's bad everybody.
Damn,
you know?
People?
Yeah.
I know. I mean, and that's exactly how it...
I mean, whatever that guy did for a living, like... He was bad at his... Like, he murdered somebody. Jesus Christ.
And at that kind of situation, yeah, if those police hadn't been there, what would I have done? I was very concerned I needed to be home by 6 to get my wine orders in. Yeah. I had to plug them into a fax machine. Yeah. And so that was my major concern, other than, you know, I didn't know what to do with the guy. Yeah. You know, I was hoping they were going to be there soon. And they did. They showed up within like 3 or 4 minutes. Dang. And I remember giving the guy my police card, give the police guy my business card, and I just hauled ass down my street. You know, managed to pull up, and my neighbors run into his house and jam my thing into his fax machine. And my wife's like, well, what's going on? I'm like, I'll tell you in a minute. Hang on. Transmitting. Because if you didn't have it in, you had to deliver all your wine yourself, which was a miserable task. It happened once, and it would never going to happen again.
That's the great thing about modern technology.
Yes, I know, man. You guys
submit that anytime.
I was born probably at the right time. But, you know, I was glad we know how to do it the old way, because the old way sucked. And so, you know, these little magical things are awesome.
Here, speaking of, I'm actually going to keep getting notifications. I'm going to flip mine over. Got more important stuff.
Ooh, Tinder match.
Oh, dang. And then, like,
so
did you keep up with the case at all?
I did, actually, because it was a real, turns out it was a cartel drug hit over some, I guess, I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming a large quantity of drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And so evidently the Harley guy didn't, or was at the receiving end, and that guy.
It's like some Sons of Anarchy shit.
Yeah, well, I know. And I was like, this all came out like in the trial, which I was following a little bit. Because the guy's daughter, the murderer's daughter, we became not close, but we started emailing, and she wasn't obviously condoning what her dad did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a surprise that he did this, because this is what he did.
Yeah, it was in the cartel and stuff.
And I was like, man.
Did you, like, show up at the trial at all?
No, I just was deposed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fairly open and shut, happening in front of about 80 witnesses.
Yeah. And
this guy didn't, it was the third strike, he was down, this was it, he wasn't coming out.
Okay.
So it got pretty quick, and that all wrapped up.
Damn, is this how you met Mark Cuban? Mark Cuban was like, saw this murder, was like,
no,
this Kyle guy
way prior to that. But
this Kyle guy seems pretty cool, catching murders and shit. Let's play wiffle ball in my house.
That's a whole different, you guys have heard of it. Doom, right?
Doom?
Duke Nukem, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Apogee, id Software and all that. That's back in the day kind of stuff, but that's where your forefathers learned how to do first-person shooting.
Gotcha.
John Carmack and John Romero were the two main guys.
You, like, get a little bit closer to the mic.
Did I lean out?
Just
I'm
a little
so
bit.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm very new to this.
No, if I was in that chair, man, I'd be doing the same shit. He'd be like, hey, wait,
stop. I figure out what I do with my vape. I know this vape, but I don't know that vape.
This guy's got 2 vapes.
My rheumatism medicine.
Dude, I used to do that.
Oh, he's got one of those vapes.
Yeah. This was just a happy vape that happened just to have to show up today.
I feel you.
There you go.
You know, if you wanna start this, I got some. Oh, hang on, where's it at? There it is. Babushka.
Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah, I love those.
I got permission from the missus.
Dude, all right, we're gonna need that in writing. I know mine's
I got it in text.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can have 1.7 grams, and that is it. Don't be giving a stranger our.
Yeah.
Women.
No, she was She actually goes to tech. She's actually.
Oh, well, all right, okay.
Yeah, she's a college student and stuff.
Nice.
Bagged me a doctor.
Very good.
Yeah, I can. She can fund all the dreams that will inevitably fail.
That's you know what? We've been doing it for generations upon generations.
Can you hear me?
It's women's lib, and I support that.
Mr. Producer, thank you so much. But
yeah, so I was really not happy that I had that whole situation happen.
Yeah.
Because I got to realize that sometimes, very soon after that, I was seeing that happen over and over and over in my mind at night and waking up screaming with night terrors and didn't know anything about PTSD because I thought that was just for soldiers.
yeah, that was one thing that like my current girlfriend actually brought to my attention because like, you know, it's no secret to the viewers, but like I didn't have the most glamorous of childhoods, to put it lightly, and kind of similarly to yours, I saw a hit go down. That was one of the main reasons I was like, I want to bring this guy on. You know, like he's seen some shit that I've seen as well. And I'll tell the story. Fuck it, I'll tell it.
There you go.
So I was like 6 or 7, and I've always had a fascination with like swords.
All right,
So,
yeah,
like,
okay.
I was out in my front yard playing with these like foam swords, and I see this dude walk down the street, and he's just walking. You know, I don't pay him any mind. And then I see this like black Cadillac, like SUV. I don't know if Cadillac makes an SUV or whatever, but this black SUV comes turning, and like out of a movie, like out of The Sopranos, just blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
That guy got turned into a sponge, and they peeled off. And
Pay your debt, son. Bet you.
yeah, I was just like I just like watched it happen,
God damn it. Yeah.
and I was like, I was like, I'm just gonna go back inside, and so I just went back inside. Didn't tell anybody.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I saw like I'm like 6 or 7.
Oh,
you
okay,
know?
that's right. You said you were.
Like my mom, she's a fuck it, I'll say it. She's a recovering drug addict now. At the time, she was an addict, and so like I'm not gonna go wake her up while she's crashing from induced-
Various, right?
Yeah. And so yeah, I saw the sirens and stuff, and like I looked it up like a couple of years later, and I don't think they ever caught that guy, or like the people that were responsible, and like that shit fucks with me, because I'm like, maybe if I had like said something, like I don't remember if I remember like the license plates or anything, but like maybe I could have, like maybe, but like yeah.
That's how it can be. It was hard for me as an adult. I can only imagine being in those formative years. How much that just.
I mean, I'm a lot better at Call of Duty than most people. In Grand Theft Auto, hitting those drive-bys, I know the angle I gotta hit them at. I know the
you got the real world geometry. Unfortunately, yeah, that's that knowledge you can't just learn out of a cheat guide.
Yeah. No.
Damn.
No. So before you were a Batman of Dallas and Hugh Hefner of sororities, you played wiffle ball in Mark Cuban's living room. First question: what the fuck is wiffle ball?
It's just a baseball that's made of plastic with holes in it, so you can. It's not dangerous.
Gotcha.
And so it's just really no wiffle ball. Okay. Mark Cuban wasn't always Mark Cuban. No, I say Mark Cuban like we kick it all the time.
No, yeah.
And I wish that was cool. I mean, I get a heads up every once in a while, but hey, Mark, can I borrow a couple mil? I went to the Art Institute of Dallas. That was my college. And there was a company called Broadcast.com that was hiring. And it was before the year 2000. And what Broadcast.com did was they broadcast college basketball games on the internet from AM radio. Not a basketball fan. Could give two shits. But a lot of my friends were going to work for them because they were paying real money.
Yeah.
They're like, now I got to get this stupid degree that my grandparents are paying for, whatever about money. And so they went to go work for them. Well, as it turns out, Mark Cuban owned that company. And that
Broadcast.net?
Broadcast.com. And then he sold that to Yahoo. And then became awesomely full of money.
Screwed Yahoo.
Right.
He fucked Yahoo.
Now, where Mark Cuban got the money to start Broadcast.com was Mark Cuban liked to throw parties down in Deep Ellum. He liked to throw raves in different venues. And, he was a party facilitator. He was kind of a goofy guy. I know his DJ name, so I don't know. It's terrible. And Mark's he's a cool guy, but he didn't like to pay for like fire safety, and, all that. But because it's an illegal rave, you got in and out. Nobody ever got hurt. But that's where you got the startup money. But now with Yahoo, man, does that really? I'm so sorry, man.
No.
Look up the rotation.
You're good. He might tap out here shortly. We had one podcast that we did, and it was a different producer, but he got a little too high, and he was like fucking up. He was like muting the mics he shouldn't have muted and stuff.
That's
so now
I'm just lightning roll.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But so yeah, Mark Cuban, made his money through raves.
Through raves, that's the initial startup there, and then so a lot of my friends who were just like just my buds, now they're driving Lamborghinis and like Jeep, hot rodding their Porsche.
Yeah.
Well, you need to hot rod that son of a bitch, right? It's not always fast right off the bat, but it's when you give a bunch of 20-year-olds just stupid amounts of money.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I wish I'd have done that. But I wish I'd have bought Bitcoin when it was $6. The same kind of way.
I wish I had done this when I was 16.
God, I know. I wish the technology was there. God, I'm telling you.
I mean, it was there. It was just a lot more like complicated. Like instead of like, because now I just like can do everything from like a software. I don't have to go back and edit it. Sometimes I do because I have some friends who make jokes and say words that not allowed to say. But yeah, and then with this podcast, I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. If everything works fine, if this guy works out great, I'm just gonna post it straight to YouTube.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
You're not going to go so much sweet specific stuff and then going, okay, now we do the audio. Yeah, we do the video.
I used to do that.
It's a pain in the balls.
Yeah, if you go back and you watch some of my like older gaming videos, they are heavily edited, and they're like 15 minutes long. And took me 4 hours to edit. And so now I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to get all my boys together. I'm going to stream. Yep. And then, because then that's like 3-4 hours of continuous, just nonstop content. Yeah. And people can just drop in, they can leave, come back, whatever. I've gotten like most of my subscribers just from streaming.
See, I've come to realize that too, because man, do I want it to be everything looking great and all the angles and all the cut edits and everything. Yeah. No, but you don't have the time, and unless you're heavily monetized, then it's a full-time job to do that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have a Korean sweatshop either.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe you can give me Mark Cuban's number.
Shit. God, I mean, he was a really fucking cool guy, and then we end up. Everybody's pretty. I'm gonna say drunk. And that's et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the rave culture was,
Yeah, I've been to a few.
Okay, then you get the idea that it's, Friday turns into Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick. But it's a hell of a good time.
Yeah. You remember every moment, but you can't remember what happened.
Oh, no. Can't remember to drink water either. And then, I know.
God, speaking of, if you want a water, we got some.
Oh, absolutely. That would be
we
fantastic.
got beer, we got water.
Oh, we're doing the beast. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay, do what?
Oh, is it Milwaukee's Best?
Oh, yeah. Do you want a cold one or do you want a room temp?
I think with Milwaukee's Best, it doesn't matter, really.
Yeah, I didn't know. I should have asked, but I didn't know. I got off work real early this morning.
Yes, so. There we go. Cool. Now she's something to wet my whistle. That's cool enough. Cowboy cool, I believe you guys call it.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm New Mexican.
All right. Well, hey.
Yeah. We call it.
Dad is right.
Better than cactus water.
Well, I mean.
Better than mud.
Hey, at least New Mexico's got like terrain features.
Yeah.
And truth and consequence.
That we do. So, were you living in like California?
No, I was living in Savannah, Georgia, which is almost like California, but on the East Coast.
Is that where Mark Cuban was?
No, he's there's a house in the Park Cities. It was this first like big one he bought, like without a girl. I mean, it's like this is what Mark's idea of a bachelor pad would be. Okay. And it was like I want to say like a 4,000 square foot 2-bedroom. And yeah.
That is 2-bedroom?
2-bedroom.
There's
a couple houses like that really here on 19th right by that thing, but like a couple doors down was Jerry Jones, and in this Park Cities you have to have there's armed security just to get in. I mean, not jumping the gate. This guy's got a legit machine gun. Looks like he knows how to use it.
Yeah.
And we all ended back over at Mark's place. And the living room, it's hard to describe because he kind of just recently moved in. It was a massive, massive room with like a love seat in it.
Damn.
And like a Bang & Olufsen stereo with like 900 CDs. I mean, it was just straight up, it's Mark. Oh, yeah, I listen to music and party. All right, cool. And you have a massive house now. So there was a wiffle ball bat hanging out, and it was a girls versus guys is how it started off. Mm-hmm. But it turns out the girls like, wiffle ball, I don't know. And
yeah, I know. It's what our
we
sparks.
just need you to stand there, honey, and just jiggle a bit. That's all we need.
Guys, let's split into 50s, girls, cheerleaders.
Absolutely. And it'll degenerate in everybody rubbing each other's hair, pretty quickly.
Jokes, everybody.
I know.
Jokes.
You hear that? Those goddamn...
Women are as equal as men at everything.
Absolutely. As valid, if not more.
Yeah. Women can lift way more weights than I can.
Mm-hmm. That's... Hey.
Just love saying absurdities.
Well, these days, I was sure to ask you what the disclaimers were as far as, I can't just yell racial epithets. Or,
yeah.
I'll keep those to a minimum.
Non-racial.
All right.
Anything else goes.
Very cool.
Hey. It's, I don't plan on YouTube monetizing me.
Oh, yeah, I was going to wonder how that... We'll talk about the specifics of all that, how that actually works on the YouTube later on.
Yeah. But,
so you are doing this for, the views to do it as a career, career path? Okay,
yes.
awesome.
Yeah,
all right, very nice.
Yeah. Lighter?
No, I'm
not
cool. I just wanted to set it on your table there.
No, yeah, it's good.
Thank you for the mildly warm beer. That's awesome. It really does.
Yeah.
Nice
I didn't know what you liked, so I was like, I'll just get something that everybody doesn't like.
Yeah. Well, then see, there you go.
Yeah, we're all just disappointed, because what we like Miller, his secondary is Coors.
Okay.
My secondary is Bud Light Platinum.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know if you liked Miller or either of those two, and so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get a 24 of Milwaukee's.
There you go.
We can all be upset.
It has been a very rare beer that I've ever gone, no, I'm cool, because I don't think it's like zero. I think at the time. Because it was very nice of you to invite me out, and it was very even, this is working out cool.
I appreciate you responding, because a lot of people did respond to that post. By the way, everybody, met this guy on Reddit, shook his hand, and 5 minutes later we were recording.
That's how it works.
And
magic of Reddit.
A bunch of people commented on that, and you were the only person that DM'd me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I figured you'd get blown up or something.
Yeah, no.
Oh really? All right.
No. And I wish. But I still would have had you on because you would have been the first.
I had no idea that it was the first. Well, thank you. I am doubly honored. All my friends think this is really cool. They're like, hey, tell me how to log in and stuff. I'm like, dude, we'll talk soon.
Just YouTube. Yeah. I can give you my business card. No, I don't have a business card.
I was like, shit, people still do that? Fine. I'll let you bump your phone together.
I wish. If they weren't super expensive, the ones that I want, it's for a pack of 500, it's $50.
Jesus. Oh, it was your nice letter type. However you want it done, right?
Yeah,
because
not some bullshit I don't want you to have just another white business. No, I want you to see mine. God,
I like some of mine.
Yeah.
Do something fun with it. I mean, that's the big thing. Everybody has the generic kind of business card.
I'm sure Mark Cuban didn't get where
volunteer ninjas. Exactly. Yeah.
So okay.
All right, so back to the wiffle ball game, which is we did just play wiffle ball, but it wasn't I don't know the score inning by inning, so it was just a generic game. But I can't believe I'm actually playing wiffle ball drunk, and I don't know. There's in the actual living room. Yeah, it wasn't like it was Mark Cuban because he wasn't. It wasn't. It was just Mark back then. It wasn't. He was just
the owner of the Lakers, Celtics,
Mavericks,
and
close. Before all that other stuff, he was just a normal dude on the goofy, funny side.
Yeah.
And
I heard it was rumored that he makes more money off Shark Tank.
I think so.
Than he does his basketball team. Just his investments in Shark Tank.
I would not doubt it.
Yeah.
He's doing some good stuff these days, I hear. Like underwriting a medical thing, making it really easy for people to get into like medicine. As far as
that's super cool. There's not a lot of rich people.
Non-insured, yeah. And I was like, he's got the jack to do it. And I was like, Mark, he's always had a great heart. He's been a super, super, super dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I saw him, it's been probably, I don't know, 10 years.
He's always been like that rich guy that lives richly. There's a lot of rich people that try to pretend to be modest. But Mark Cuban's like, hey, look at my jet. Look at this private jet I just bought. And let me tell you why it's better than everybody else's. And I respect that about him. Just like Bezos now.
Mm-hmm.
He's divorced. And everybody's pissed at him. It's like, what are you gonna do if you're divorced at what is he, 60?
And the richest dude or second richest, depending.
$500 billion. Like you're gonna fucking ball out of control for a minute.
Absolutely.
Okay, and let him.
Where are
ball
them
out
Swedish
of control.
bikini teams? Right.
Yes.
I mean, it's like the guy.
And he's ripped.
Yeah.
Bezos is jacked.
Hey, when you got $6 billion, you can get probably a good personal training session.
Yeah.
I think you could.
Oh yeah.
And that dude, it's amazing because it came from just actually like college textbooks online.
Yeah.
I was like,
They're selling Amazon. Where I
Super
bought
nice.
literally all of this equipment was from Amazon.
Oh yeah, you probably got a heck of a damn good,
Damn good deal.
Damn good deal.
Damn
on it.
good deal.
He's
Yeah. That tripod actually says Amazon Basics on the side.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah.
shit, it's almost you're dumb if you don't these days, and everything's so accessible. You know,
Yeah.
you can go in and get some quality equipment and not have to just go.
Yeah.
Here's
Before-
production broadcast.
Yeah, when I
type
was a
stuff.
kid, I wanted to do all this. I had to go look at Radio Shack, see if they had anything in
Just
stock.
get your Optimus. Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, I really wish I could afford the Wolf camera stuff.
Yeah, all this stuff is crap. But then this, it's not the best, but it
You
works.
can legitimately self-finance though on this.
Yeah.
It's not crippling expensive to get into.
Yeah, on total 200, 250 maybe.
There you see, yeah, exactly.
You know, I spend more on my fishing shit, which I also got on Amazon. But
at least you're not having to go back to old actual analog tape and have to edit that way.
Have someone right there and just.
I've done it.
Zach sitting here looking at the mic. Well, turn it just to make sure it's still stable.
It's got one of those big old flash things that goes on. I mean, it was some pretty primitive stuff, but we were even glad to have it. I'm glad that we didn't have as many access to cameras and cell phones back in those days because man, do I like boating, and I probably wouldn't be able to
I've heard
if
some
they
fucked
had a
up
bunch of
shit
cameras.
about y'all's generation.
We rolled just probably as hard as everybody else,
Oh yeah, it's just nowadays you get in trouble.
but man, I know. And
So what put you in a coma?
like I said earlier, that's why I was kind of a little hesitant to grab the beer in here because I've gotten to be appreciative of the fact that, you know what, my body just can't handle it anymore much as I want to. My last name literally is an alcoholic beverage, legally. I'm not shitting you. And I was, shit, you'll laugh your ass off. This is literally,
Train last names real quick.
there you go. For all you hackers following on at home.
Mine's
there we
that
go.
camera can't zoom
Oh,
in that well.
oh, really? No, good luck. I'll be damned. You said you were from, what is New Mexico? The Sunrise State? No.
The
Enchantment. Ah,
Land of
very,
enchantment.
very nice.
Yes, sir.
After all the years working at bars, I just I don't even look at the numbers anymore. I just kind of stare generally at it. I was like, I haven't seen a New Mexico one that's vertical.
Yeah, it's an ID.
Okay, well, no, that's fucking A.
I don't have a driver's license.
Makes it easier to tell little different stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I had to get out of work in the doors. Like, look, I can't fucking see this in low light, and I'm not gonna be one of those assholes with a flashlight.
Oh yeah.
I'm not that dude.
Oh yeah. I've had to point it out to servers a bunch.
Oh yeah. Well, mine's still from out of state too. Like, oh, man,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I got drunk at an airport, and that's what happened. So, I don't know. I got distracted. That's amazing, isn't it?
Just like a conversation, just like any good conversation.
Yeah.
So, coma.
Coma, yes. In 2015, I moved back to Georgia, and the girl I was with for a long period of time was a South Carolina sheriff's deputy. Pretty much captain of the No Fun Club. And she was a boomerang relationship. She was an awesome girl. She was a Hawaiian Tropic model in college. 12 years later, she was a cop. And I'm like, oh no. I didn't know. She sought me out. And I'm like, really? I mean, and you don't have a warrant? And she's like, no. All right, cool.
Okay.
Flew out to Dallas from South Carolina, asked me to marry her. And I'm like, all right, great. Now I'm in a relationship with a sheriff's deputy. But I'm remembering the girl that I knew back in college. And I'm like, but you got a badge.
Yeah.
We live in Georgia, and you're only deputized in South Carolina, so you can't do nothing.
Like, I know what you've done. Can I still get away with what you know I've done because I know what you've done?
She was a great girl, but never smoked a cigarette, was always worked out, did what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
you know, like take care of yourself, but was terribly boring.
Yeah.
She had the body of a Greek statue and a personality to match.
See,
God love it.
you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the hustle. Me,
They hate weed.
I'm I'd rather sit on the couch and eat potato chips.
Fuck
with you.
yes.
Like my girl, before I dated my girl, I took her out to eat to like not like a fancy to a sloppy place, right? Like a barbecue food truck, and I saw what she ordered.
All right, well that's a good way. It's a good barometer.
Yeah, she ordered like some honey barbecue brisket with like some like brisket burn-ins, and the way she scarfed him down, I fell in love.
Okay.
I was like, she's not gonna judge me. Like, I can eat triple what she eats faster than she can, and she won't judge me.
Who's speaking of which, I got fries.
You have a what?
I have fries.
Fries.
I forgot about fries. Oh, man. Probably should have mentioned it while they were warm, but now we.
Oh no,
Dairy Queen, they are terrible. I forgot how bad they were.
There's a few things from there that I like.
Yeah, no, just the fries happen to be non-tolerant for me.
Yeah.
I prefer it.
Not a big fan. Do you want some fries? Is that right? Chilling?
Anyway, we're trying to stay on track before we get.
Yeah. So.
I told you, it's like wrestling a cat.
Okay, so what put you in the coma?
Pancreatitis initially.
Pancreatitis.
Oh, mowing the lawn.
Was it from alcoholism?
Yes.
Okay.
It turns out you're supposed to put things in your body other than just bourbon.
Yeah.
When we moved out there, she was like, no weed, because they don't have a gray area. It's very black and white with them. But bourbon's cool. And I'm like, oh, really? I don't really drink much, but I'll try it.
So one thing won't kill you, one thing can kill you. Obviously.
Yeah, but I think, man, as far as risk minimization, I'd rather have that joint or whatever. Yeah. Because your body, mine does anyway, decided it didn't like alcohol anymore. And it happened all at once. And I had no idea. It just, boom, it was like a lightning bolt. I was mowing the lawn, came in, felt kind of weird. Used every bathroom appliance at the same time. And I thought, boy, it's not great.
Damn.
And certainly I went to the ER. I'd never felt a pain like this. I'd never been in the hospital overnight from the time I was born. So I don't really go. I was one of those, I don't go to the doctor. Shit, I'm not a sick kind of guy.
Yeah.
But this time I know, like, uh-oh. Felt like a pitchfork was turning in my stomach. They gave me 2 shots of morphine and it did nothing. And I thought, oh no, that's not good. And shortly after that, I passed out from the pain. And that was March 23rd, 2015. I woke up, regained consciousness July 19th of that same year. Damn. And I was like, wow, that's time warp. And that was weird. And I came out 130 pounds down from 180. And lost almost a half inch. And I didn't realize it was possible to lose height. Yeah. It turned out like your
spine shrinks.
Something like that. And it was terrible. And I turned 40 unconscious. I woke up the next day. And I was like, well, The thing about comas, you're like, well, do you remember everything? No, I don't anyway. I remember little bits and pieces of things. But it wasn't unpleasant, but it wasn't pleasant. Not looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, so you didn't have like some out-of-body astral experience?
No, I didn't. I've actually having almost dying literally on the thing a few times. I've never had that astral. It sounds cool, though. I really wish I would. I think I'm getting kind of gypped. But I'm not going to test it too much, I don't think, anymore. So I've had to leave off, from power drinking.
Yeah.
And so, you know what? It's not bad. I spent the last 2 years completely sober from alcohol.
Gotcha. I mean, hey, every man's got to have a vice.
You do. Tell that to your freaking therapist, though.
Oh, you mean the same therapist that will prescribe you antidepressants? Is that not a vice?
I know. It's like, where are the benzodiazepines?
It's getting controversial as fuck here today.
Right. Well, I enjoy mental health therapy. I can afford it, and so I'm happy with it. And so I've been doing it for a while, and I haven't felt worse because of it. Yeah. But sometimes those people are all about the rules, too. And I'm like, no, I'm not a parole. I know it's a good idea. I shouldn't drink a half liter of bourbon or a half gallon of bourbon every night. But occasionally, having a beer or a couple glasses of wine, I'm enjoying it now.
Yeah,
and that's kind of cool. I mean, even though it is Milwaukee's Best, it has nothing to do with it, but it's just, I'm not like stabbing a key into the side of it and trying to, intravenously inject ethyl alcohol into my system as fast as possible. And that's really made all the difference.
Yeah, I think it was Steve-O from the Jackass crew.
Oh, good Lord.
He, mainlined vodka.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah, no. I don't think there's a lot of things that guy's done that aren't a good idea.
No, that's but from what I understand, Steve-O's he's in recovery and he's been doing real well with it.
Oh, He's doing stand-up comedy now.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge comedy fan, and I've been following up on him. He also has a podcast.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's called The Wild Ride with Steve-O. It's promotion, Steve-O. Want some fucking credit.
There you go. Hit that like and subscribe.
God damn, if Steve-O subscribed to me,
That'd be tight.
I would have to, like, jump off a building on fire. Like, I'd have to do some crazy shit.
I would love to meet the guy.
Same.
I know he's in recovery, but that guy seems like a cool dude to do ketamine with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. His big thing was nitrous.
I love it.
Yeah. Like, he would just do, like he had a dentist. And
that's the way to go with the term.
He said all this on the internet. Like, it's all out there. I'm not, like, I don't have any inside information on Steve-O.
Really elite.
But, yeah, he had a dentist that he would buy, like, big old canisters of nitrous from. And then he would just sit at his house or in his apartment, do nitrous, and like his neighbor would obviously get pissed at him because he'd blare the music and like scream. And so Steve-O thought it would be a great idea to kick through the wall.
Oh, Steve.
Or like break through the wall into the neighbors.
Break on through.
Yeah. Needless to say, he got evicted real quick. Still did some stupid shit. But so yeah, no astral experience at all from the coma. See, I've been trying to find somebody because when I was like 9 or 10, I had to go under anesthesia for a colonoscopy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at a polyp.
Mendoza lamb, that shit's the lick.
Oh yeah, at a polyp deep in there. But like my grandma and my sister, who both had been like under anesthetics, they both told me like, you're gonna have this out of body experience. Relax, like it's the Lord, and. I fucking blinked. I got to 97. He said count back from 100.
Right, yeah. You make it 97.
Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, 100, 99, 98, 90.
So you in about 35 seconds.
You're done. And then I remember like waking up and my mom and my dad are in the room and like my mom's leaning against like my hospital bed and she keeps like bumping it because she's laughing. And like it's just like shaking me and I'm nauseous as fuck, haven't eaten in a couple days.
Oh.
Because, when you have a colonoscopy, they don't exactly want to be fucking
like, full of
drilling through shit,
Banquet dinners.
Yeah. So, I'm starving. I'm on all these drugs, so that doesn't mix at all. And, I was just like, stop shaking the bed. And my mom was like, oh, sorry.
Jeez, man. And what age was this?
I was in 5th grade.
Wow.
That's really all I remember.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only stings for a minute.
Yeah. Only sucked for a few days. I was actually, the same year I met him. Yeah, I knew him for a few months, and then I just disappeared from class for a week. And he remembered I wanted to be in the science fair.
Oh, okay.
And that's
you love science fair.
Yeah, that's the only... Dude, okay. That's science fair. Just completely off topic. Okay, so my experiment, right, was how to purify water in the desert. It's sandy, it's muddy, you can't. So you take a bowl, place it on top, place something on top of like some sort
evaporative.
Of yeah, and then like a weight, it evaporates.
Keep you alive.
I thought that was cool as shit
as
a 5th grader. This bitch, with her pseudoscience ass.
Oh no.
5 ways to tell if someone's lying.
Oh god.
Fucking gets first place. I'm like,
that's low hanging.
I have real science here. I am applying what I have learned in my classes to real world situations. This bitch is reading pseudoscience books.
On opinions.
Yeah.
For a science fair, that's bullshit. I feel like a ripoff too, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
We usually look forward to the science fair.
So, how did it feel to kick a cop out of a nightclub or a bar? How did that feel?
Yeah, actually being in the bar business and working on the door as much as I have, it is amazing the low amount of ass whipping anybody's had to do, mainly drunk chicks. But this asshole was our beat cop. During the day, we're working just, opening shift, and he's out there like, hey, what's up, getting free coffee and shit. Well, he comes in about 15 minutes to close on like a Tuesday. Now he's wearing street clothes at this time. He came in with his partner. And they were obviously, I shouldn't have let them in, but they are, I don't know, law enforcement. So, it's fine line. Well, I shouldn't have let him in at all, to be honest with you. But I did. And so he was doing the shotgun method. He, like I said, had some trouble at the other bar, really no action. So he was doing this, just literally walk down the road. Yeah. Hi, you want to fuck? How you want to fuck? How you want to fuck? Wow. I've seen it time and time again. That method is shitty and as awful as it is, it does actually work. I don't advocate it.
either.
Because it's a toss-up what you're going to get.
You have a low ratio of success.
And even if you do succeed,
it's not really a success.
Not really. You get the occasional lady that just broke up with their boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or whatever, just got a divorce. But it's usually, well, what kind of bars you work at.
Yeah.
And so this gentleman comes in, and he thought he would impress this young lady by doing some of his Wild West gunslinger action. But with the 6 hour or whatever, you know. I was like, no, you're drunk.
Yeah.
You're spinning a gun around your finger. And now it's not on your finger. It's now bouncing from the bar down to the floor, and a bunch of SMU kids are standing around, and now you're just throwing firearms around, officer. Nope, that's going to be out the door. I'm sorry. I draw the line at firearms being thrown around.
I mean, as soon as you pull it, like, get them out of there.
I have to hand it to the engineering of that handgun because, you know what, it bounced enough to where it could easily have gone off, but it was on safe, and it didn't. But it got kicked across to my bar back, and it was back of the belt, and just, that's all I could think to do is just, you literally, I'm going to throw you out. Because gun gone, now you get pitched out. Now, he didn't, like, get actually, like, skinned up. He had no choice to go out. And his partner was like, oh, I got him. I'm like, well, please do. And I'm like, can I have the gun back? And I'm like, the hell you can't.
Yeah, no.
You can come get it in the morning.
It's going to real authority.
Sorry. No, I'm just saying, boys. You lost your right. His partner was not all that drunk. He was really kind of embarrassed that his buddy did that. Well, they're out the door, no more issue. Start the next day. Well, lunchtime, all of a sudden, it is an army of police cars outside. Like, unmarked cars. And, like, actual marked cars, and now everybody's wearing their uniform or a suit. Even Officer Jackass is now in his, best whatever. But he's got kind of a weird look on his face, so I'm not real certain what's going to happen. So he comes in with his, I'm not chief of police, but his division chief or his sergeant or whatever. There's a bunch of people who look like lawyers behind him. And they had to request the firearm back. But before we do that, we're going to issue you an apology. And this gentleman right here is going to do it. And the gentleman apologized. He was a heartfelt apology. He really felt bad for what he did. It was out of character for him. It wasn't the kind of person he was.
Yeah.
He had just had too many kamikazes or whatever that night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if
his horn level could have been just out through the roof. And
yeah. If you were a girl and you were in my contacts in high school and I was drunk, you saw my dick. Like,
one of those.
We've all made mistakes while we're drunk.
Talk about low percentage. Unsolicited deep. Well, I gotta admire it though. I mean, you got the balls to try it, but
I used to get plastered. Like, when I was a kid.
What was your response ratio?
I say when I was a kid. I was like 16 the first time I got drunk. But like I was doing like hard shots of like liquor, bourbon, just anything we could really get our hands on. And I'm not gonna say names, I'll call them G and K.
Your anonymity will be.
And I remember we went swimming. It was like 6 a.m. We were at G's house, and he had this like Olympic-sized pool in his backyard.
There you go.
And we're just drunk teenagers, and we go and I'm the only one who hops in this pool. It's cold as shit.
Oh no.
And G is like,
he's like,
hey, no, looks kind of cold.
They lay out on you.
And I'm like, look, get the fuck in here, But yeah. Anyway, so this actually brings us to a fun segment that I want to start on this podcast, Salen Space, called Research Corner, where I had this guy do a deep dive on you,
all right,
and develop some questions.
God forbid.
So
it's gonna go down. It's gonna get strange fast.
It might.
I'm just saying, if you got kids under the age of 18, you might want to just
There's like a little checkbox on YouTube.
Okay.
Where
we don't want to screw you up on this.
Yeah, no, it's always checked on over. And after he's done, I actually got some questions that I want to ask based on like what I've seen on your Reddit profile.
All right.
I'll let him go first. It's his segment.
Take it away, sir.
Feel free to mute my mic.
I'm just wondering, like, what's it like being a doorman? Like, and what kind of doorman is it? Like, are you a greeter, or is it a bouncer, like we were just talking about?
99.9% of the time, it should be a greeter or hospitality type bitch. At least in the bars I like to work, those hardcore like craft brew bars over in or jazz clubs. I mean, I've worked, urban night down at the, Could have seen a little more action in a bunch of septuagenarians arguing over Bill Hillary and shit. So, keep making your life a little bit. So it's definitely a breeder. I always thought more like a floor captain. You know, you like a little bit of the bar back. Everybody assumes that I own the bar for some reason. And I guess probably because I'm not a girl with a bikini. So you look like a reasonable bar. And you're sober. And so, but I would enjoy it. It's been more of a second job than half a breeder. It's just like something cool to do. Boring.
Actually, switch me places. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. No, you're good.
All right, that little more. Wait, you're doing a second, please. I'm sorry, I wasn't there.
No, you're fine. You're fine. There's a pause button. People like the realness.
All right, good. Man, I can't script you. Because that was actually really good.
All right, we're back after a pee break. Oh wait, am I still muted? Okay. Back after pee break. We're gonna continue on with the segment. Where were we?
Okay, so
You
we
were
just
asking
went
about
over.
if I was more of a greedy.
Yeah, doorman.
Yeah.
No, I wish I could have been like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, but nobody swiped it.
More like Peter Griffin from
That was
Roadhouse.
Yes.
Kicking everything.
And fly fishing.
Fly fishing. Okay.
How do you do that? Like what?
In an area with not a bunch of
From-
trees hanging over the creek, that's for damn sure. If you like have stuff around here, nothing to hit, great. Just also no water. No problem. But it's I always enjoy fishing. I've never really been much of a hunter. I grew up with kind of a guy that you can call he got that dead. So man, I like fishing. It's relaxing. It's not loud. And so it's. Hey, Second Amendment, knock yourself out. Have all the guns you want. But after being on the other end of them half the damn time and like in the professional past, I've had enough of that shit. Thank you. But you're right. I just have all you want. Have a million. I just don't choose to. Anyway, that's fine. Oh, fly fishing. Yes. So, freshwater fishing. I grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so there are quite a few really, really nice lakes. We right between like Lake Lavon and Lake Ray Hubbard. So, crappie. It's a delicious fish. It's fun.
Is that how it's pronounced? Crappie?
Crappie. Yeah, crappie. I mean, you can say crappie, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of the most delicious fish. And so it was a natural transition going ultralight gear. Because crappie are very big. They're like maybe a pound and a half. And but if you catch them on like 4-pound test on like a really, really short like Shimano, it feels like a big old fish. No, it's still. But for freshwater lake, it's great. So we thought, well, you know what, we can go ultralight past that. And my dad bought us fly gear for Christmas, but he wasn't giving us fully automatic firearms for Christmas. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for the felony. You keep that. No, I need an assault rifle. I'm trying to take over the country. Self-defense is easy. It's with a fully automatic firearm. No, and that's not either. I'm like, you live in suburban 322. This is not Beirut.
But I think one thing, I'm getting political again.
That's right.
One thing that like this Ukraine conflict has taught us is that it's the right to a second amendment. It's not that you can win the war. It's not that Ukraine can win against Russia. It's that they are going to fight until there is literally nothing left of Ukraine. They're going to make it not even worth getting. Like that is the point. Like if the United States turn tyrannical, we're going to make it to where Texas is a fucking burned slate that they don't even want. That you can't grow crops on. You know?
Yeah.
And they're not. No one's gonna fight that far. They're gonna be like, okay, let's back out. Let's rethink this. I don't know. Maybe Putin might open that.
I don't know. You know, today I was at work and I was picking up some trash, and this guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey, you know that Biden was rushed to the hospital this morning?" I said, "Are you serious? Damn, what happened?" He said, "Oh, he couldn't stop Putin."
Good shot.
I was like, oh, it's a fucking joke. You know, it just blew my mind. I wasn't expecting it at that given moment. You know, pretty funny.
lot of people forget this was supposed to happen 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not some like Trump supporter, but like he helped us more often, for a good while.
I agree.
It's one of those things. I don't watch live TV, not because I just don't like live TV. I don't, really, to be honest with you. One thing about being in the coma, great things in there when you're tied to a bed for a year, trying to watch, you got great cable, but oh man, 4-hour rotation. So if I got out of the hospital, I didn't have to watch the bed, just looking at the walk again sucked, and don't recommend it. It's not fun. So don't drink all day. And now the more you know.
Just in the morning. As soon as you wake up. Stop the shakes.
So now,
I'm kidding. I've lost every potential for sponsorship.
brought to you by ethyl alcohol. And Logan David probably sponsored. Yeah.
Milwaukee will sponsor anybody? No. Fuck, you sponsor me.
What about GameStop? You think GameStop would?
No, they're in the esports world.
Yeah?
Yeah, and like, there was a time, like, if I almost was there, but then I lost internet, because these adults in my life were irresponsible.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my neighbors.
Change the damn password to get no satisfaction.
Yeah, I never had Wi-Fi.
I gave him a roast.
But
Battleground.
so I don't think GameStop would have sponsor me just because, like, I want to be in the esports world. But like, like if EA is coming out with a new game, they always pick like a group of like gamers, and they'll like give them like an early release.
So they can get good at it.
Yeah, and then they'll pay you to be like promote this game like in a stream.
Red Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends, yeah. And so like if I could get like one of those, I'll be like, hey, $1,200. I'll stream your game for 6 hours.
Well, it makes sense too, exactly. Right? Much like.
Yeah, like but then it's like I'm asking for nothing for so much promotion. Like 6 hours. But I need 2 copies of the game.
You gotta meet us halfway.
Yeah. And I'm gonna need you for 6 hours. Yeah. That's how
it's in the game.
To answer your question, so like you need a certain amount of subscribers. I forget the exact number.
Is that how the algorithm works on YouTube?
Yeah, the algorithm is a little different.
Yes, Mr. Beast, he seems like.
Yeah, see, I follow him on Twitter, and like I comment on his shit sometimes. Hasn't gotten to me. I'm waiting for that let me send you $1 million to make a YouTube video with you. I'll be like, okay, doubt that's ever gonna happen.
Right.
I'm hoping.
Paying $40,000 for a layup, or whatever random awesome. I like him he's positive.
Yeah.
He's in the ocean. Okay, cool. Mr. Beast Burger. Did you actually have one of those?
Yeah. They're delicious.
I've not had the occasion to try one. My town doesn't have much of that.
Yeah. See, what's smart about it is it's not
A minute left.
what?
There's about a minute left.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry.
About a minute left.
Yeah. An hour.
On the good.
Oh, it's not an hour. Oh, okay. We can go for that. One time. We can go for
I'll give one of those chest
it.
bumps.
Another 15, 20
That's
minutes.
it, like little whatever segments. There you go.
Okay. So let's go back to the research corner.
All right, research corner. Yes.
Yeah, great. Do you have any other?
Fly fishing was awesome. And it's fun. You should try it.
We're actually going fishing.
Yeah, we are.
Oh yeah, you mentioned something about that. Where do you fish around?
Lake Allen, Henry, and Buffalo.
Okay, I've heard that. Those only an hour and a half away to go to Shitty Lake.
They're not that good.
Are you bait fishing or are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
We're
gonna
a lot of fun doing that shit.
We're gonna get like a little four-person raft.
Where you go on pond hopping?
It has a shelf.
Where you let them out there? Yes, I saw that. Where like divides it between the lakes.
So we're gonna like row out there and you can catch like I think it's like 10 to 15 catfish as long as they're like 10 inches or bigger.
Right, yeah, as long as you slot with them.
So yeah, so like tie a couple weights to my Little trot line. Drop it in.
Punch bait.
Yeah.
It's fun, man. Especially the weather around here has actually been really, really nice lately. And man, I've been I wish I'd have fished more out of the East Coast. It's real different. Well, not California. The East Coast is the same way, but like the gray water, I mean, blue water and green water are different. When you're fucking around on a lake and like something goes wrong, and pump goes out, it goes out, you're like, okay, there's no shore. It's awesome. I can pop out. Worst case scenario, if it's catching on fire, I'll swim to 200 yards to shore. But out in the ocean, you're like, holy shit, you stand out there, you're like, can't take a pond hopper. And to play at that game, that level, I don't have that juice. You know, fishing's fun, not for $200,000 to catch a tuna. I mean, I'm not. If I want to do a sport level like that, you gotta have money to do that, and that ain't me. And if I do have the money, I'm not spending on it.
I would love to be Jeremy.
Now that guy has an awesome job, except for the malaria.
Oh,
That part of it.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's about to die. He's heroin. That's all we're
Sorry, I know it's a terrible accent, Jeremy. But I love
You got me through a whole lot of that 2015. Jeremy Wade, that was River Monsters, and he did what was the other one? Well, they broke it down like Killer, Restored Killer.
Yeah.
It was on rotation heavily, like on Animal Planet, and I thought that Forged in Fire. That was,
in 2016. Yeah, I think the same year after that.
After
For you, yeah. I was living with my dad, and like I was super depressed and shit. And I would just watch River Monsters, Jeremy Wade, watch them go to Chernobyl and catch shit.
that's fucking wild.
Next question, Greg.
Alright. So we've pretty much gone over, you worked at GameStop. What exactly did you do there?
Store manager, Oak Cliff, out in the hood. It's put on suburban white boy in Oak Cliff. It worked out great. It was a lot of fun working out there.
Were there certain requirements to work there? Like, did you have to have this much like game time? Or?
Well, the fact that you didn't play any video games at all would be actually ideal for GameStop.
Really?
Yes, they would give a rat's ass to play video game. They want you on that inventory, and they want you on your planner. And that's, I get it. And it takes the fun out of games. It really does. Now, I worked for like Funko and all the iterations up to that. So the majority of my life, I worked at it. GameStop for itself wasn't a bad company. I wish I'd hang on to my stock. That would have been awesome to have even a few of those.
There's an option to pay your stock. Especially whenever they did the GameStop dump.
I know, with all that shit on there.
Yeah, like $100,000. Hell yeah. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I wish I'd been able to execute on that shit. It's like you put in $70. Like, now it's like $800.
See, I heard it on Fox, and I already knew it was too late. I was like, damn it.
I just moved to the Hey, boss, I'm $72.
Like, why can't I get in on this shit earlier, you know? I heard about crypto in high school. What the fuck am I gonna do in high school?
That's exactly it. You're like, well, I love to invest, but I have I'm negative dollars. Mom doesn't even,
Like mowing lawns isn't paying that well when you're a high school kid.
I'm amazed the cost of video games and shit.
Right. Like, I remember, and see, there's so much
Well,
bullshit.
back in my day, but I mean,
No, legit, like, back in my day,
you don't even get the game.
you bought a game, you put it in your console, and you fucking played the game. Nowadays, it has to install, which takes an hour. It has to download all the updates, which takes another 2 hours. Then it has to fucking upload all the, like downloads it and then install it. Damn thing. You know, it's so complicated.
Buy a subscription to your own game.
Yeah. And then like some games, it's all good.
It's fun. I mean, that's just the video game industry. Really, it's bigger than the movie industry.
Yeah.
There is so much. There's so much more to it by retail. I mean, I love to make video games, but the days of like really doing it, Duke Nukem or Doom with a small crew anymore. Now you need like 200 people to get in, and that's just to do social media.
My
It's a huge.
my girlfriend, she has this game that's made. It's kind of like a. Do you know who Notch is?
Notch?
Yeah, he made Minecraft.
Oh, all right, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That one over there.
Yes.
I downloaded the phone.
It's a Oh man, I love it.
No, a console's really good.
But it's kind of like this, mixed with like another meaningful part of the scene.
Okay, I'm aware of that one.
Yeah, it's made by just one dude.
And
Is that sweet? Okay.
Yeah, it's an indie game that got publicized, and now it's like a real big game. It's still just one dude programming it. It's great. You know, updates take 2 years to come out, typically. But when they really come out,
Right.
you know,
I
it's
forgot
like
about that.
brand
All
new.
that.
Yeah, it's amazing. So how much time we got left?
We're sitting at an hour 5 minutes.
An hour 5. Okay. So I actually I went through your Reddit profile, and I got these. This is where the questions get weird.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm a weird dude. Double
No,
stands.
I'm the one that operates in the clear for 4 years.
So,
I don't know how to do it. So, problem. I'm kind of technology just now different.
Okay, so hot wife.
I like it.
Are you the
what is it? And there's the
Please do not do that. Huh?
just
to throw it, I'm a polyamorous dude
in a monogamous relationship. So like, you know, I have my own weird situation going
So
on.
otherwise, you're a Baptist.
Kind of.
Right.
More like a
That
Mormon.
kink will get you at some point, son. No, I get it. Well, that's cool. No, I appreciate it about it. Yeah.
No, yeah. Just you know, I was just curious. Like, how does it? Like, were you the voyeur or the?
And actually, it depends at times. There's like, as your dynamic evolves over time,
Mhm.
you'll start at one thing, it'll transition, because things, if you just keep doing them over and over and over like anything else, it's just like,
Yeah,
eh.
it's boring.
But then at some point also it gets real weird and it just starts adding numbers and warning factors.
Mhm.
You don't want to go that way either. So you just kind of explore, just kind of see what's going on. If your partner's, you know, obviously into it, because this was not my kink. This
Yeah.
was hers. And I
Gotcha.
kind of just was like, all right, we'll try this.
Gotcha.
And God, I love Tinder. And so I was batting 1,000 with this one. It was a 4-year Tinder date. It was awesome. And we just kind of fell into it as like friends. It's like kind of almost like swing partners.
Yeah.
Like she had her thing going on and I had my thing going on. And because getting in this lifestyle is brutal if you're a single man, unless you're a very, very slim category.
Yeah.
As a couple, shit. My inbox, 99 plus, 99 plus, 99 plus. And it's stupid the amount of dick pics we get unsolicited, brother. No, it's all right. But I don't know. It's actually worked. I can't say it hasn't. So, you know, every once in a while, I see just enough Bud Light in her to go, yeah, I want that. And I'll be like, fuck it, I'm drunk. It's cool. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Because,
Hell
you
yeah,
know,
why
there's a
not?
give and take on both sides. So it's, people go to the cartoonish extreme straight off the bat because that's what showed a lot on the actual media platform.
Oh yeah. When I tell people I'm poly, they're like, oh, so you have like
With dragons.
threesomes every night, huh? I'm like, no.
Sometimes I like that.
I'm like, my
I know,
situation.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk to vanilla friends about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
This
I-
one's real cool.
All right.
Yeah. This one's real cool.
The main cam just froze.
Uh-oh.
Main cam just froze. Okay, so
Right, well, we're
deactivate
getting
it and
heat.
reactivate it. Are we still getting audio?
Yeah, you're still getting audio.
Okay, we're still getting audio. Apologize about that. We are troubleshooting on a budget, folks.
That's all right. Those little
Yeah.
kinks will just come out at the right moment. And fuck. I don't mean that. I was talking about table. But boom, that's it.
Yeah, it's works both ways.
Oedipus, not Oedipus. Anyway, but it wasn't all that bad. It was something very vastly different than I'd spent most of my life.
Yeah, was it like? Were you like uncomfortable at first? Like,
Well,
really jealous?
Honestly, either you're kind of titillated to, you're a little. I wasn't a little uncomfortable. My concern was like safety and security. So as long as that was solid,
Yeah.
you know,
I bet a lot of that came from like your bouncing background, you know.
right. And it's nobody. I don't know. I've never had a success in the business by trying to be a thug. It's easier to a well-timed cigarette stops more problems than hey buddy,
Yeah.
you know. And
I was the host at Buffalo Wild Wings.
okay, you get the general idea. You want them to come back. Okay, sleep it off. Come back on Tuesday.
Yeah,
you know.
I spent my
Yeah.
fair share on cabs. Yeah. One time, I actually had to like kneecap a dude, not like Soprano style. No, he took a swing at me,
Oh shit.
and like I was holding him by the back of his shirt, kind of walking him out, trying to get him to his cab, and he turns and swings at me, and I like duck it, and I'm like, no. Like, I'm not gonna buy you a cab,
And
walk
then
you to your cab,
Then you fuck up, sweet.
and because I think what pissed him off was I kind of like rested him against the door so I could open the other one, like the one that was locked,
Hey man.
and so like I just kind of like kick him in his knee, and he's like screaming like, "Oh, you broke my fucking knee," and I'm like, "No, I didn't. Come on."
All the cops.
Throw him in the cab. He leaves. I never hear about it again.
Never even come back and say thanks.
Never.
Fucking
Never.
It's such a wild card. It's fun. It's easy to keep a nice calm bar because everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
The only times it's really gotten really kind of dicey is either A, somebody will like reach out and slap one of the barmaids' asses or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're great looking asses, and that's why the short shorts are on, but you're not really. It's not cool, Bubba.
Yeah.
Not without a big
strip
tip.
club rules.
Yeah, God, I can only imagine working in that nightmare.
Yeah. No, I couldn't.
Just the amount of, anyway.
Beefcake like him, he could get away with it.
Well, it's all about personality. What do they say? Personality. Blah, blah, blah. That delivery sucked. Okay, we're just moving on. And principles before personality.
So like.
Anyway,
I'm really intrigued about like the hot wifing. Like, I'm trying to like think of questions, but like my brain is like bouncing around so much.
I'll help you out a little bit on that.
Okay.
To me, it is very erotic watching my partner have a good time and enjoy herself.
Yeah, I completely understand that.
And it's cool because I don't know. I mean, it's one of those kinks that I didn't know I had until I had it.
Yeah.
Because it was an unintentional kink. It was just like, it was kind of thrust upon me.
I feel it's like
and then I was like,
butt.
well, wait a minute. That makes something else just go crazy for some reason.
It's like
I feel like I'm 16 again.
Yeah,
Shit.
like a finger in the butt,
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, holy,
You're
man,
like,
that's
whoa,
better than
I
3
didn't-
boobs.
I didn't know I wanted that.
And I'm like, well, damn it. I still don't know if I want it, but Christ, you can't argue with it.
No, yeah. But like, yeah, I get that because like with me, like if my girlfriend's out with her friends, and like she sees like the hottest guy in the place, and he wants her, like, go have a good time. Like why not?
It frees
You
up
know,
your
if
social
I-
calendar a little bit now, doesn't it?
Like I would rather her have a good time and come back home to me, than to like it be like this big dark secretive thing, like no. Like go out, do your thing. Come home to me though. Like if you want like a relationship with a dude, that's a completely different conversation.
But
like
that's advanced level shit.
Yeah, and that's mostly because like she's monogamous. So like
there's that problem. I know it's hard talking.
But here's the kicker: she's bi. So like every now and again, she's like, "I want to eat some pussy."
You're lucky in that regard.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to watch you eat some pussy.
There you go. You can do the cut queening, actually, the female version.
Yeah, it's good.
People can have a lot of fun with it. Ethical non-monogamy, as long as everybody's on board, everybody's cool, and everydy's schedules agree. And like you said, where the heart lies.
Yeah.
Again, there's other parts when you take it to other relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Which I mean, we
mixed bag of success.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
But the fun, like porn part of it. Because my girl, she was a mathematician. She was a school teacher, so she can't really party during the school year.
Yeah.
And for the most part, fuck you, Catholic diocese. You can put your finger in the butt of children. That's cool, and drink all you want. But God forbid you take a fucking hit of the devil's herb. So she got put on like double secret probation, like 7 years.
Damn.
I her first year teaching. And so, no kidding. So for that 7-week period in the summer, fuck, it is on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am damn impressed. I was like, holy moly, I had no idea that you roll hard, girl. Yeah. I mean, Pantera, I don't think probably Vinnie Paul and shit would be like, God damn, girl, slow down. John Belushi, God rest his soul, will probably just come crawling from your fucking place going, God, whoa. And I was like, man, it's impressive. Yeah. I had to say, I've known some heads, and back in our day, being in college, it was a quantity over Mexican dirtweed. You just smoked a fuck ton of everything, and I was like, damn, girl, that's kind of sexy.
I've been to some Baylor parties,
but damn, it can't be good for you. Oh, Baylor, okay, the little Baptist girls get a little bit freaked too.
Oh man,
coach a debate class now.
Here's my philosophy, and I've kind of adopted this from Joe Rogan. Whenever you tell people that they can't fuck, that's what makes them want to fuck. Again, people, insulin, he needs it. Okay.
This here is your basic garden variety. Was Traceba.
Traceba. It's like $75.
Long acting, 24 units.
But anyway.
Anyways, it's
so like, you tell people like they can't fuck, and I think that's why like all these priests are diddling kids, because like you're just repressing a part of human nature. And if you're not like, if you don't express human nature,
So
you become dark. You just get real dark. You know, like the aggressive kids in school who get bullied and don't have anywhere to put that aggression. They shoot up schools.
They become either that or police officers.
Or police officers who put their knees on innocent people's necks.
Yeah, some wild stuff. That's why I don't like watching the news. It's never good.
Yeah. Yeah, they never tell you about like the good stuff. And if it is, it's some cheesy fucking stupid.
Like somebody got a raise today. You know?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that'd be cool to hear. Now it's like, somebody shot up everything. There was some real horrible tragedy lately. I mean, in Lubbock. People always talk, oh, Lubbock's kind of rough. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Lubbock seems to be pretty easy going. I mean, as long as you're Republican. But no, it turns out you guys can roll pretty hard here. And, man.
We got, it just depends on where you're at. If you're at the club scene on a weekend.
Is there a club scene?
Yeah. I could, I'll get in contact
Don't worry.
No, yeah, this guy.
Okay.
This guy could tell you about it.
Where the club kids at these things.
Yeah. I've only been to a club once. I was 17. The DJ snuck me in.
There you go.
And we did coke. First time I did coke that night. In the DJ booth with everybody.
Train spotting. Awesome.
And that was a fun night.
Dude, it's fun hanging out with those dudes, man. They know how to party.
Oh man,
they're cool.
I should have been in high school. And I was
wait a minute, 17. Yeah, like depending on your month.
Well, I was dropped.
Probably not doing blow though.
Yeah.
At least wait till you're 18 to start dipping yourself.
Yeah. You should always wait till you're 18.
Or just go straight into Vegas. I mean, why don't you just skip the whole crack part of it? Anyway, that was way of a big digression. I miss those club days. I think a lot of kids don't really get the opportunity because of COVID, really, right now.
Yeah.
But just to get out, like, socialize and do something other than just really stare at a phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get a chick without having to swipe either direction. You can swipe at her ass.
Yeah,
like the analog version is cool.
Yeah, kids nowadays, they don't understand the struggle of, like, walking up to 10 girls in a row and getting rejected by all of them.
Within earshot of each other.
Yeah, and then having to go home, crank one out, and then try again the next day. Because you only have 3 days. You only have 3 days. And really it's only 2 nights. You got Friday night, you got Saturday night, and you got Sunday to try to get laid. And then the other 5 days, you're working.
We call it Suicide Monday.
Yeah. Going to work feeling dead.
To be able to just do that, party all night, just party all weekend, go to all raves and just pop up and go 8 o'clock next morning. Cool.
Man, I'm 23.
So savor your youth. Do it, boy.
Every single night.
Get out in the club.
I'm 23. I can't do it anymore, man.
I have no idea what your music taste is, but you may not like Date Gas.
I mean, I can get down to pretty much. And I know everybody says this, but like I can get down to pretty much one song in every genre.
Well,
my main preferences are like rock.
There you go. It's a nice safe bet.
Yeah. Everybody likes a little rock.
You cannot go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm
a little boom, 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 boom.
White Stripes and stuff.
Yeah.
See there? Yeah, that's. I'm not a big fan of new country, and it's annoying when they do those nights, and you're just like, you want your hearing just to go. You tune it out after a while.
It's like
friends in low play. No,
I call it stadium country.
Yeah.
With country, anything Toby Keith writes and sings, I'm a fan of.
They're good if you're super drunk.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Him and American Patriot.
Him and I go to the bar, and I'll put on some Toby Keith, and we'll just get drunk.
I never smoked weed with Willie again. Holy shit.
Yeah. That's based on a true story.
Yes, I imagine it was. Willie's still alive.
He's still alive.
I know. And just by the courtesy of the State Highway Patrol, they see the honeysuckle rose going. They're just like, this Willie.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
We lost Norm Macdonald, Bob Saget.
You ever suck dick for coke?
Favorite Bob Saget quote. Favorite one.
He worked pretty blue. I saw some of his stand-up even back in that time, and I was like, oh boy, he rolls hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Betty White getting all crazy.
He had to stop doing a lot of that, though, when he got the Full House gig.
Oh, yeah.
And then right after that, he got the America's Funniest Home Videos.
I'm surprised he got Half-Baked Man.
Yeah. And then after that, he got back to stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I never saw his later stuff.
No. He was funny as ever.
Okay.
Comedic legend.
It sucks that some of those guys end up losing too early, but
yeah, Norm caught me.
Yeah,
Norm caught me because he could say.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh shit, sorry. You
Damn
said
production
that, but we were talking about Norm, and I got sad. But yeah, what time we at?
Get one of those like chess clock things.
Yeah. Minute 19. All right, I
Like,
think it's
really-
about time we wrap this up. Shit, we actually forgot. Is there like a Twitter or anything you want to plug?
No, honestly, man, because we do it for the sheer love of the kink,
Okay.
rather than being like monetized. Because man,
No, I mean, I
really
just
miss
thought-
being monetized.
Yeah, I just thought in general.
But I gotta respect the ladies' wishes on that. So
Yeah.
as far as that, I mean, people can find us naturally, but I'm not trying to like
Okay.
pump nothing
Yeah.
out. But if you do, hey, I don't give a fuck if you like or subscribe. To be honest with you, we do like the comments. She likes being told exactly how she's doing well or not. But there you go. That's her gig. She's a show off on that.
Hell yeah.
So knock her, make her, happy.
Hell yeah.
That's the stuff alone I could be monetized.
Hell yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I'm shooting for.
Uh,
Well, anyway, we will catch you guys on the
Next
next
time.
episode of Salen Space, man. Peace out.
and I don't have an outro.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
As soon as